All right, we are live on YouTube, and today I'm going to be discussing my online dating profile and sharing what's effective and not a waste of time. So stick around and find out more. That's coming right. Live from Northern California, welcome to Navigating the Modern World with Coach Eli. And if this is your first time here, and most importantly, you are open to suggestions and change, please consider subscribing and then banging that bell. And after you bang that bell, when that pop-up box pops up, make sure you select all notifications, because that way you won't miss a single thing. You will not miss anything when it comes to getting a better grip on your life. And also make sure on your smartphone, your tablet, your iPhone, your Android, or anywhere that you have the YouTube app installed on, you must also make sure that the YouTube app is set to receive those notifications at a device level. Do that exactly as I just stated, and you're all set to go. You're all set to go. And the cavalry has been waiting. Ladies and everyone else, ladies and gentlemen, I apologize for the late start. It's been one of those days. I've had a lot going on behind the scenes. I'm actually going hiking this weekend with my activity partner. It's been a while, but this pandemic has kind of, put that, thing on hold. So that's getting fired right back up this weekend. So it is all good in the hood. So I had to, I went to go wash my car and vacuum my car and take care of some other things. And because of that, unfortunately, if you're a channel member, I was not able to get a members only video up. I might be able to get one done tomorrow morning early before I head out to go hiking, but I won't promise that. If not, members only videos will definitely return Monday this coming week. My apologies to my members. I know you're one of them, Mutt Nuts Reviews, and you look forward to those videos. But if you need any help behind the scenes, I will help you out. Because you're a moderator, you're a member, I will help you out free of charge. Whatever you need, Mutt, you let me know, and I'll be there for you. So yeah, that's what was going on, and I had to prepare for this stream here. I had a bunch of setup to do, and it just took me a little bit longer than expected. But we're here now, and we're good to go. And by the way, before we get into this today, before I start to share my Match.com online dating profile as an example of what I feel is effective if you're using online dating nowadays in the modern world, and what's also going to prevent you from wasting your time, I do want to make you folks aware that, about an hour and a half to 2 hours after this stream ends, I will be doing a second stream tonight. So this stream's probably only going to be about an hour long, and then my second stream will probably also be an hour long. It's going to be regarding the executive order that Donald Trump enacted yesterday, I believe it was, regarding censorship on social media. I'm going to share my thoughts on that. I'm going to, put my spin on that, share with you what I feel it means and how I feel it will affect social media platforms and creators, and then how it's not going to affect us. I'm going to dissect it completely. And I'm going to be, I was going to say I'll be very liberal with my views, but that doesn't sound fair to the conservatives. When I say I'm going to be liberal with my views, I'm also taking the conservative viewpoints into consideration. But maybe that's not the best, word to use. I'm going to be very objective, and I'm going to be, unbiased with my review regarding this. I'm just going to stick to the facts. So anyway, so Let's see. Mutt Reviews is here. Hey, Eli and everyone. Hello, Eli says Queen. Hey, Mutt. Hey, Queen. Smash the like button for Eli says Queen. Helen Casey. Mutt says, hey, Queen. Mutt Reviews. I'm working on doing a trivia game live this weekend. Just not sure what day or time yet and what type of trivia I will do yet. If you do it on Sunday, I can be there. Tomorrow, I am going hiking. It's been a while. And, the hiking trails never closed out here in the Bay Area. They closed the parking lots of most parks that have hiking trails on them. But I believe the parking lots are starting to slowly open back up. But regardless, I'm going hiking tomorrow. I'm getting out there. I'm taking the day off of YouTube unless, I get up early enough and have the energy to create a members only video. I'll do that. But besides that, I'm taking tomorrow off. And Sunday, I'll be taking off more than likely. I won't be doing a stream. If you do a stream on Sunday, Mutt Reviews, I should be able to make it. If not, I'll definitely, catch the replay. But we should definitely plan some streams together in the future. Anyway, let me just make sure that the notification has gone out, and that's good to go. We got a great stream status. All right, so let's get right to it. Let's switch over to the browser screen where I have my Match.com profile already open. And I will make you folks aware that I'm going to be making some edits, if I can, on my profile as I go through it here. Let me see if I can I'm going to click the edit button here. Let me just see. I think I can do it. Okay. I'm just taking a look right here real quick. Oh, you know what? I'm not going to make the edits as I do this live because it's not gonna flow. It's not gonna flow. All right, folks, let me get right to it. I know I do need to make some edits on this profile. It's been a while. It is my current active Match.com profile, and it has actually yielded me some results. And well, I'm not going to be specifically mentioning those results or showing the profiles of any women because, we know that, there are some hungry trolls out here that are looking to find out every little thing possible about me, so that way, they can try to make my life miserable. But we're not gonna give him that. We're definitely not gonna give him that. But I will say, folks, that my profile is pretty straight up. It's pretty direct. And, some people may think it is rude, but it wasn't written with the intentions or with the intention of being rude. It was written with the intention of finding someone that is in a good place to date and is seriously ready to date, because there are a lot of reasons that are true about people not being ready for dating. There are a lot of reasons that I'm losing my verbiage on how to say this properly. There are many reasons why people that appear to be ready to date are not ready to date, and sometimes they just don't realize it until you start talking with them. And if you write a profile and you state what you're looking for and what you're not looking for, these people that may not be aware that they're really not ready to date yet because they haven't worked through something or several things, it may prevent them from wasting your time. And I'll share more about that as I go through my profile. But yes, okay, so if you look here, what's the first thing you see? You come up here, you see my professional picture, you see my name, Eli, 46 years old, Redwood City, California. It says I'm online now because I'm actually online to show this profile. Okay, so down below, it says, for fun, I enjoy playing sports as well as watching them on TV. What I need to do is add I enjoy hiking on there. I haven't done that. I enjoy hiking as well, and that is considered a sport. I am a big San Francisco Giants fan as well as a Niner fan. So I love the San Francisco Giants baseball team, Major League Baseball team here in the Bay Area. And I'm a San Francisco 49ers fan as well. And then I also mentioned Barry Bonds is the greatest hitter that has ever lived. And I firmly believe that. Barry Bonds, although I do believe he did take steroids when he hit 73 homers, with the home run record. I still believe Barry Bonds is one of the best all-time hitters because he is someone that had the best hand-eye coordination that I've ever seen of any Major League Baseball player. Now, that guy could hit almost any ball, and he could make contact, and he very rarely would strike out. Another thing about Barry Bonds, Barry Bonds, I believe he was one of the few players that reached the 50-50 milestone, meaning that 50 home runs and 50 stolen bases in one season. It used to be that, 30-30, made you a stud, baseball player, 30 stolen bases, 30 homers. And then, if you were able to hit 40 homers and steal 40 bases, then you were a stud. Now, the new milestone is 50-50. And Barry Bonds was one of a few that reached that milestone. If I actually go and look up, let me see here, 50-50 BASEBAL, 50-50 baseball players. Let's see. 50 home run club. Yeah, so it was, there are only, let's see. Yeah, I believe didn't Barry Bonds hit 50-50? I thought he did. I thought he was a 50-50 man, but I'm looking at this. This is an old. Yeah, there it is. Here's one. Okay. Well, it says that no players have hit 50-50. Maybe I got that wrong. I know the 40-40 club, there are 4 members. There's Jose Canseco, 1988 of the Oakland A's. Barry Bonds, 96 of the Giants. Alex Rodriguez, 98 from the Mariners. I remember Rodriguez. And Soriano with the Nationals in 2006. I swear I thought that Bonds was a 50-50 man, but I guess I was wrong. It's been a while. But anyway, let's just move forward. I love Barry Bonds. Great guy. I used to have him on my fantasy team when I used to play fantasy baseball sports with the guys. I also enjoy shooting some pool or going bowling every now and then. Yeah, I enjoy shooting pool. You get to go to the pool hall and have a couple beers and kick back with your friends, or you can take a date there. Going bowling is great. It's getting more and more difficult to find, bowling alleys and pool halls, especially here in the Bay Area, because they're very costly and a lot of them have been closing down. But typically you can find at least one pool hall and one bowling alley in every single county, at least here in the Bay Area. If you live in a more rural type of area, you may have to go to a major city to find one, but that's just a great place. Now, here's my summary. This is where it gets pretty intense, and I'm not going to lie. This is where my profile gets pretty freaking intense because, look, I know what I want, and I also know what I don't want. I know what I like and what I don't like. Now, to be very clear, I don't have a particular type of woman. I'm not looking for a specific woman with a certain height or weight, with certain body parts, bigger body parts, smaller body parts. Now, I'm looking for a woman that is reasonably height-weight proportionate. Again, I'm not looking for a super, super duper skinny supermodel type of chick, But I'm also, I'll be honest, I'm not attracted to women that are 100, 200 pounds overweight. I'm just keeping it real. I'm not judging them. I'm just saying that that's not what I'm attracted to. I'm looking for a woman that is reasonably height-weight proportionate, healthy and fit. Someone that would be able to go on hikes with me because I love hiking. I love playing sports. I love physical activities, including the bedroom as well. So, let me get to my summary here. I'm going to click on View More, and let's just scroll up here, okay? At the very top, I put no flake zone. Who likes flakes? No flake zone. First things first, I have a shaved bald head. I feel it looks good on me. If you aren't attracted to guys like me, I am just being honest up front. Next, and most importantly, please read this completely before you decide to respond. If you think my honesty is too much for you, then we probably weren't meant to be together in the first place. Okay? So I mentioned my shaved bald head. You know why I started to mention that? You know why I added that to my profile a while back? I didn't have that initially, but it was funny. I always will show 1 or 2 pictures of me with my shaved head, right? I would get responses from women, right? And we would, take the conversation to the phone and we would start talking. And I would ask them, I'm like, okay, so obviously you like guys with shaved head, with shaved heads, and they would say, well, I do prefer a guy that has hair. Well, you're talking with me, I have a shaved head, right? And they're like, no, I didn't know that. Did you not look at all my pictures? Oh, I glanced at a couple of them. And then once that started happening, 4 or 5 times, because look, you're going to message back and forth. That takes time and energy. And then if you get on a phone call and you have a half an hour or an hour phone conversation and it seems to be going well, and then you find out the chick is not attracted to men with shaved heads, it's a waste of time, right? Again, I love who I am. I wasn't fortunate to be blessed with a full head of hair, so I shave it and I embrace it, right? And there are women that like it and there are women that don't. And the reason why I put that there is simple. It's the very first thing I put. If you're not attracted to guys with a shaved head, it doesn't matter, how fit I am, how fit you are. It doesn't matter how nice I am, how nice you are. If that's one thing that's a deal breaker for you, I want to make you aware of that up front before you even choose to respond to my profile. I mean, that's pretty cut and dry, right? With that being said, please don't waste my time I know it's pretty harsh to say that, but I put it that way because the right woman is going to decipher that I'm serious about looking for love and looking for a committed, real relationship. Okay? Let me check out the chat and see. What's going on in here. I hope my new cell phone holder comes tomorrow. It has a cold shoe mount on it from my Rode mic. Awesome. You know what? Can you send me a link on where you got that, Mutt? I may want to buy one of those for myself. That's awesome. Queen Helen Casey, I got the trolls. Okay, great. Thanks, Queen. I appreciate that. We can just run the show. So please don't waste my time if, number 1, you just got out of a relationship and you are not ready to find the love of your life. It makes me wonder why people like this are on an online dating site in the first place. Well, if you put out a profile saying that you're ready to find true love and you're ready to date and see where it goes and possibly get married and have kids, have a family. If you're not ready for that, then why are you putting a profile out there saying that you are? Now, I know some women just like the attention, right? And maybe they think they're ready even though they're really not, right? But still, I had to put that clearly because I was getting a lot of that as well. I would talk with these women, right? I had great conversations with attractive women, nice personalities. And then they're saying, I just want to take things real slow. I don't want to rush into anything. And listen, it's not about rushing into anything. It's about letting the natural flow of progression move things in the way they're supposed to move or not move things at all, right? But once you start getting a woman saying, I don't want to rush into anything, I want to make sure this and that, right? They're not ready. They're very guarded. They're probably pretty jaded regarding what happened in the past. And they probably just got out of a pretty bad relationship and they haven't made you aware of that. Okay. Now, I do ask women, when I get to the phone, when did your last relationship end? They ask me the same thing. And if it's pretty, recent, then they're not ready, right? So in essence, you're trying to find out who's ready, who's in the right place, and who should you invest more time to get to know, and who should you just eliminate and move on, right? If you aren't ready to date, it usually is due to an emotional issue. It is. I've had them too. I'm a dude. I've had emotional issues. Doesn't make me messed up. But when my ex broke up with me, I didn't put myself back out right away. I wasn't ready. I hadn't moved past her. I hadn't gotten over her yet. I had to work through that emotional issue. It's not a bad thing. So it is usually due to an emotional issue. Maybe joining an in-person emotional support group would better suit your needs until you are ready to put yourself out there. And I did not write that there to attack women or criticize women. I wrote that because there are actually emotional support groups out there for women that can help women through things that they're going through. And typically, if a woman, is not ready for a relationship, but she thinks she is, and she's putting herself out there when she's really not ready, she hasn't worked through certain things, right? But she still wants the support of someone. I'm not the kind of guy that's there to be a therapist to a woman. Number one, I'm not a therapist, I'm a coach, right? But even then, I'm not the kind of guy that's there to coach a woman I'm with. I'm not going to life coach any woman I'm with. Oh, thanks, Mutt. Mutt sending me the link to the cell phone holder privately behind the scenes. Thank you, Mutt. I heard the little bloop. Okay. Let's continue here. So yeah, when I used to do in-person networking events, I knew many great emotional support groups for women. And they were great because, they would gather together once a week, once per month, and they would share what was going on internally, and they would help each other work through the issues they have, so that way they can, come back to online dating or continue moving forward with whatever they're trying to accomplish, right? If you have emotional issues, it's going to prevent you from moving forward in any aspect of your life. If you just got out of a relationship and you are ready to move forward and date, please feel free to respond. So I just read this, let me read that again. If you just got out of a relationship and you are ready to move forward and date, please feel free to respond. So in essence, what I'm saying is that some people can move past their ex faster than others. Okay, moving on from a past relationship is gonna happen quicker for some people than others. Other people, it's gonna take a lot longer for them to work through it. All I was saying is that, hey, look, even if you just got out of a relationship, but we're starting to fall in love with the guy like 6 months prior to breaking up with him, you in essence have already worked through you already worked through the issues while you were still with him, and then when you broke up with him, you were ready to move forward. In that situation, you're going to be in the right place, to date. So that's what I meant by that. Basically, I am in search of someone that is emotionally stable. Now, even though women are biologically more emotional than men, they're emotional about everything. Okay, that's within reason. Okay, there are women that are emotional beyond the reasonable level of women already normally and naturally being emotional. Okay, that's what I meant by that. I'm saying what I was saying when I put that is that, look, I'm looking for a woman that's just a normal woman. You're going to be an emotional being, but you're not going to be an emotional basket case, right? I don't want to deal with the emotional basket cases. I can sense emotional instability instantly. So please just be honest with yourself before you respond. And I can. Trust me, I can spot emotional instabilities in men and women just like that. And I'm not going to waste my time with people like that. I'm just not. I'm absolutely not. Hang on one second here. Hang on a second. Yeah, give me just 1 second, folks. So I'm going to just mention this right now. I know there's a simulcast going on, and I'm going to file a DMCA right now unless you kill your stream. So I'm just letting you know, you've got 34 people watching there, and I'll be reporting you to creator support as well. I'm not going to mention who you are, but you've got literally just a few minutes here. Folks, I'm going to take a quick break right now, and I'm going to file a DMCA copyright takedown notice, and I will be back in just a few. These people continue to simulcast my streams, and I need to tend to this because my managers are not here right now to tend to it for me. So give me just a second. I will be back in just a few. All right, folks, we're back. We're back, and the person that was simulcasting me did cut off the stream. I'm just letting that person know that if you do come back with an unlisted link, I will be getting that link, and I will be filing the DMCA. Folks, I don't really like interrupting my shows to continue talking about things like this. But, there are a few people that have been trolling me and harassing me out here on the platform for many years, and they continue to, restream my streams as they're happening live. I have reached out to them. I've tried calling them, and they've been very unreasonable. So I'm just handling that with YouTube behind the scenes. So my apologies that, every so often I have to step away and handle this. I just really wish these people would move on and just, create their own content. I mean, why wouldn't you want to create something that's going to define yourself and, it is going to be something that you could leave a legacy on? Like, why do you want to make your focus on me? It's a very honest question. That's all I'm going to say. But anyway, let's get right back to it, folks. Let's get back to it. And again, like I said, if anybody decides to come back from the other side and simulcast me with an unlisted link, I will be getting that link. Like I said, there are 5 moles, and even this particular person that was simulcasting me knows there are moles. And he knows that because I took down one of his streams that was actually unlisted a few weeks ago or last week or something like that. So anyway, hey, Rhonda Grace, how you doing? Welcome to the show. Rhonda Grace with the mod wrench. All right. Can you folks hear me clearly and see me clearly? Let me know. Let me get back to the browser source and continue with the dating profile here. Okay. So basically, like I was saying, I'm looking for a woman that's emotionally healthy, emotionally stable. Again, women are going to be more emotional than men at a natural level. And I understand that if you're a man and you don't understand that women are emotional beings and women are going to respond to everything emotionally based on how they're feeling in the present moment all day, every day. If you don't understand that, then you just shouldn't date women because that's normal for a woman. What I'm saying here is that women that, behave emotionally beyond a normal, reasonable level of their everyday natural emotions that they were given by a higher power, I believe to be God. So I'm not looking for emotionally unstable people. I'm not looking for an emotionally unstable woman to date. I'm not looking for an alcoholic. I'm not looking for a drug addict, etc. I didn't add that part in there, but that just goes without saying. And typically the ones that are emotional unstable are going to be doing drugs and they're going to be alcoholics. I mean, like alcoholics. I can't even talk alcoholics. So anyway, number 2, do not message me if you are looking for a long-term pen pal. It's amazing how many women just want to write messages back and forth like texting, but through the Match.com system. Hey, can we write back and forth for a little while and get to know each other through texting? The next part that I wrote, I'm not looking to write a book's worth of messages with someone before we take the next step. I am open to sending 1 or 2 messages and then exchanging numbers to have a real phone conversation. You can learn a lot more from one phone conversation with someone and have a great feeling if you'd like to meet with them in person. If you are too cautious or scared to exchange numbers, then we probably would not work out. Plus, with modern technology, you can always block someone's number on a cell phone if need be. So a lot of women are afraid to exchange numbers right away. Like, why? Oh, I don't know. I just met you. So I'm looking for someone to date. You're looking for someone to date. I like your profile. You like mine. We've sent a few messages. You seem cool. You think I seem cool. Why don't we have a phone conversation, see how it feels? And if you're afraid that I'm going to be, a needy stalker type of dude, which I'm not, because I know you've probably dealt with guys like that before, which is why you're being cautious, right? Then you can block my number. You can block my number on your cell phone and never have to deal with me again. Whenever I get women like that are overly cautious, like, it just doesn't work out because they're not ready. They're guarded. They've been through a lot and they haven't worked through what someone else has put them through in the past, which is what I'm trying to say. All right. I am a chance taker, which is what it takes to find true love. Let me read that again. I am a chance taker, which is what it takes to find true love. If you are not a chance taker, you are not for me. And you'll probably never find true love regardless of who you talk with. If you believe in true love and happiness and you want to connect with somebody and make something happen, does that not involve taking a chance? So why would you want to wait on taking that chance? Oh, can we send messages back and forth for 2 or 3 months till I feel comfortable, till I feel like you're not a weak, needy beta male or stalker or insecure man? No. Why don't we have one phone conversation for 30 minutes or an hour? And we can both find that out about each other really quickly. And if we're not a good fit, we can move on rather than invest 2 or 3 months messaging through Match.com back and forth until we decide to exchange numbers and go from there, right? Right. Absolutely. Chat, I'm not looking at the chat right now. I will check the chat after this part here. So yeah, if you're not a chance taker, you are not for me, and you'll probably never find true love regardless of who you talk with. Finding true love involves taking a big risk. Are you ready? In bold, 3 question marks. Simple question. And great statement. Finding true love involves taking a big risk with your heart and your soul, right? How much do you want it? Do you actually want it, or are you just kind of like messing around and just dipping your feet in the water? I'm not looking for someone that's dipping their feet in the water barely. I'm looking for someone that's ready to go for it because they know what they want. I'm not a teenager anymore. I don't have time to waste for all that BS. You're either ready for Eli, the Greek stallion, the Greek stud, right? Or you're not, right? Are you ready? Oh, man. All right, let me check out the chat real quick. Oh, Beastmaster! Beastmaster with the $5 super sticker. Keep it up. Oh my gosh, thank you so much, Beastmaster. We're going to start off the channel donations fund to $5. Thank you so much, Beastmaster. Thank you for being here, brother. I appreciate it, man. All right, what's going on here? Hello, Coach. Hello, Mutt. Last but not least, hello, the Queen. Hope all are well this afternoon. Welcome to the show, Beastmaster. Queen Helen Case says, hello, Beastmaster. Mutt Nuts says, hey, Beastmaster. How are you, ladies? Queen Helen Casey. Take them out. Beastmaster, it figures. I make it and her bounces. Beastmaster, he. Stupid autocorrect. Okay, I'm not sure what you meant by that. Sherry Washington, welcome to the show. How are you doing? Great to have you here. Great to have you here. What's going on? How did you find out about this stream? Looks like you're a brand new channel with 10 subscribers. And you got a bunch of videos that you made, I think, 3 years ago. Do you plan on starting up your channel again? Let me know. How did you find out about this? Were you recommended this? Trisha's Motivations and More says, hi, everyone. Hey, Trisha's Motivations and More. Welcome to the show. You and I connected through the Growth Stream community. I know you're not showing your sub count, but you're making content regularly. Keep moving forward. I love your channel's name, Trisha's Motivations and More. Awesome. Keep it going. Keep moving forward. Let me know if you need anything from me or if you want to collaborate on something. That would be amazing. Queen Helen Casey, hello, Trisha. Trisha says, hey, Queen. Queen says, oops, sorry for the spelling. Beast says, hi, Trisha. And Sherry, hello, Beastmaster, says Trisha. Rhonda Grace says, hello, everyone. Hey, Rhonda, once again. I can hear you, says Rhonda. And I'm just scrolling through here. Rhonda Grace says, it makes perfect sense to talk to someone on the phone to get to know them a little before meeting in person. I agree 100. Yeah, you don't want to waste time messaging back and forth. What's that going to do? It's a time waster, right? You get to the phone and you talk for 30 to 60 minutes and you ask a few questions And if it feels cool, say, hey, let's meet for a hike this weekend. Let's meet for whatever, right? I like to go on a hike or a walk on the first date. Really simple. Really simple. Tricia says, thank you. You're very welcome. All right. Let's get right back to it. Number 3. I have noticed that I don't click with people that are 100% introverted. If you are somewhat introverted and somewhat extroverted, that's fine. But 100% introverts to me appear to keep many things within themselves and aren't really that outgoing and open-minded such as myself. I'm not trying to stereotype. Maybe I am. I'm very outgoing. I'm very extroverted. And look, there are some amazing, very introverted women out there. But I'm not the right guy for you. I'm not kicking you down. I'm not criticizing you. I'm just saying that I'm not the right guy for you. I can be friends with you. We can do business together. We can, do anything besides be in a relationship. Someone extremely 100% introverted is just not going to work for me romantically. But friendship, no problem, right? If you are somewhat introverted and somewhat extroverted, that's fine. Like, sometimes women can turn it on and off like a switch. I actually like a woman that's 50-50. Like, I met women that are fully extroverted, like my ex-girlfriend, Dana, but she was very well balanced. And I really liked her personality. But for the most part, like the women that I get along with the most are the ones that are like 50-50. They're extroverted, but sometimes they can be a little introverted at times. Right? And that's cool. That's great. But 100% introverted, it's not going to work for me. If you're extroverted, that's cool too. That's great. If you're fully extroverted. But 100% introverts to me appear to keep many things within themselves. Right? They can be more closed off, more conservative. I'm not looking to be with a very conservative woman. And I'm not talking about politically conservative. Well, maybe that too. I'm not quite sure. I have dated some, conservative women, and it was a good relationship because they didn't let politics get in the way of our relationship. When I say conservative, I mean a woman that's not open-minded to letting things happen naturally within the natural flow of progression. Okay? So introverts to me appear to keep many things within themselves and aren't really that outgoing and open-minded such as myself. And that's the truth. I'm not criticizing introverts for being bad people. They're just more conservative people that aren't as outgoing and open-minded. And I like a woman that's outgoing, open-minded, straightforward, right? A chance taker, a risk taker, a thrill seeker, right? I am a very nice guy, but I'm 100% extroverted with lots of passion and energy. If this personality type is too much for you, then let's spare each other the wasted time so we can focus on finding someone we both click with. What's wrong with that? I'm being understanding to your wants and needs. Look, if this personality type is too much for you, me being 100% extroverted, then let's spare each other the wasted time so we can focus on finding someone we both click with. What's wrong with that? Let me ask you ladies in the chat. What do you think about the way I've written this profile so far? Do you think it's a little harsh? Do you think it's just being raw and real? Like, I want to get your opinion. Rhonda Grace and Mutt Nuts Reviews, Queen Helen Casey, and anyone else here right now, please go ahead. Let's see. Mutt Nuts Reviews. I'm both an introvert and an extrovert. That's great. You have a great personality, Mutt. You're well balanced. There are times where I just want to stay in, don't want to go out, and there are times that I want to be out and about. Well, I'm the same way. I'm the same way, and I am 100% extroverted. But you are very well balanced. You're 50-50, introverted, extroverted, and sometimes you like to stay in, sometimes you like to go out. That's perfectly normal to me. That's very normal. You're normal, but that's a good thing. Muttnuts Review says, I believe the way you wrote it, you're being open and honest and true about yourself and what you want in life. I think it is written very well. I appreciate that. That was my point. That was the purpose of it. Beastmaster, have a great night, ladies and coach. Have to run. Good night, Queen. All right. All right, so number 4. If you have a hard time focusing on talking with just one person at a time, or you are an internet serial dater, then we would not work. Let me repeat that one more time. If you have a hard time focusing on talking with just one person at a time, or you are an internet serial dater, then we would not work. You know, if I start to get to know a woman, and she really likes me, I like her, we start talking regularly, we're planning to meet, on the weekend or something. But now you still want to talk to some other guys, and you want to focus on getting to know 3 or 4 guys at once. Well, you can do one of 2 things. Number 1, don't make it apparent, because if I pick up on that, that's just going to turn me off. Number 2, don't tell me about it. You get those women that, they read my profile and they like what I'm saying, but they're like, I got to be honest with you. I'm talking to 3 or 4 guys, and, I'm not willing to give that up until I know something's concrete. And I'm like, well, I mean, how can you find out if something's concrete if you don't focus on one person at a time? I'm sorry, it's not going to work out. I want a woman that doesn't feel the need to have a lot of guys chasing her, right? I want to be with a woman that's ready to settle with one person, right? And that's why I put that there. Now, for some people, some dudes are okay with women, talking to multiple guys. Some guys are okay with that. For me, I'm not okay with that, because I know what I want, and I want something real, genuine, and serious and authentic. And I want someone that's like me. So I'm being honest. No matter how harsh it may seem, I'm being honest with what I want, right? And I'd rather get nothing at all than get the wrong woman, right? Right. Rhonda Grace Exploring says, I think it is good to be upfront and honest with people on your profile. Well written. Thank you, Rhonda. That means a lot coming from you. I mean, it means a lot coming from Mutt and everyone else, but, it really means a lot what you just said. Queen Helen Casey, smash the like button for Eli. What are your thoughts, Queen? Be honest with me, Queen. I won't hold it against you. What do you think about my profile so far? Do you think it's a little too harsh? Do you think it's being honest? It's real? Rhonda Gray says, I like the no serial internet dater, LOL. Good one. Exactly. Right. I listen, I'm a dude saying that. Listen, I'm a strong, outgoing alpha male guy, but I'm a good guy, and I'll be good to one woman. I just want to be good to one woman. And that's what I try to share with men, right? But see, not all women are willing to go into it with that attitude, right? Or with that thought process. And you got to be careful of the women that are playing the games, where they are going to try to appear to be exactly what you're looking for to try to get something else from you. You got to be very careful. Queen Helen Casey says, you are being honest. Thank you, Queen. I appreciate that. I am willing to give my undivided attention to just one lady, even during the process of getting to know someone. Women love undivided attention, right? So this is the funny thing. Women want you to give them your undivided attention, but then they want you to allow them to talk to 100 guys. That's not going to work for me. I'm not saying that about all women. I'm just saying I've talked with women like that. And you know what I do? I flip it on them. I said, okay, so you're talking to 5 other guys while you're getting to know me. I just want to ask something honestly, if we're on the phone. What if I told you I was talking to 20 other women? Would you feel important? And when I would ask that to the women when it would come up, they would pause for a second, right? They would pause for a second, and then they'd be like, I get your point. I guess this is not going to work out, right? Yeah. Thank you for, taking the time to get to know me. Best of luck to you. Take care, right? They pause, right? They pause because they know you mean well. You're a good guy. And in essence, you just figured out that they're really not ready to settle, right? You got them. They don't want to admit that. See, when a woman pauses like that, she knows you got her. And you're calling her out. And women love that. Whether it works out or not, women love being called out on their shit. You do it professionally, you do it maturely, right? But women are attracted to men that are strong and don't put up with women's BS. And their tests as well, too. Their shit tests. Muttnuts Review says, all right, give me 1 second here, folks. Give me 1 second here. Just need to check one more thing. All right. Okay. Muttnuts Review says, I always say I don't sugarcoat things. I am 100% honest, blunt, to the point. It is never a good thing to sugarcoat or hide anything. Always be true to yourself. Absolutely. And that's why I have a lot of respect for you, Mutt. I greatly appreciate you. All right, let's get right back to this because I got to blitz through this. I'm going to be coming back with another stream tonight. So like I said, I am willing to give my undivided attention to just one lady, even during the process of getting to know someone. If you can't handle this and feel the need to talk to multiple people at once, how will you ever find true love? That's an honest question, ladies. If you can't handle this, talking to one dude at a time, focusing on getting to know one dude, and feel the need to talk to multiple people, meaning multiple men, at once, how will you ever find true love? You say you're looking for true love, right? In order to find true love, you got to focus on getting to know one person that stands out amongst all the guys. And if I'm not the one that stands out amongst all the other guys that you're currently talking to, then why are you talking to me? You just like a lot of male attention? Some women are like that, right? Or some women are just not ready, and they're just kind of, like I said, looking for the attention. And I'm not here to, give a woman attention that I'm not going to date. That's pointless. That's an unproductive use of my time. Again, please don't take offense to this. I am a very nice, sweet, kind, caring, and very considerate guy. I am very considerate. All I want you to do is be considerate to my wants and needs as well, just like you want me to be to yours. Like, if you want me to be considerate to your wants and needs, then why can't I get the same respect back, right? That's all I'm saying here. That's it. But I am seriously very sick and tired of the games. I am. I'm tired of games. I'm tired of freaking... I'm 46 years old. I have no time for that shit. None. I am looking for the love of my life. That's very clear, cut, and dry. I am looking for the love of my life. And if you aren't, let's spare each other the trouble. So if we're not meant to be together, then don't respond to me. You'd be amazed how many women respond to me, when I'm not the right guy. And they've read this whole profile. And they still respond. And they don't qualify. This is my qualification list. This is what I want from a woman at a minimum. And I'm not trying to say you have to be perfect. I just want someone in the right headspace that's ready for true love. The rest we can figure out. Once I know you're genuinely real and you're looking for something real and you can focus on getting to know one person, I'll give you all my heart, my soul, and my attention when you earn it. Just like you'll give it to me when I earn it too, right? It works both ways, right? All right, we're getting towards the end here. Any final questions, folks, let me know because I'm getting through this. I'll show my pictures too. A little about me. I am spontaneous, outgoing, and carefree. I am a hardworking man, but I also make time to relax. You can find me at a local pub, having a social drink, or at a nice restaurant with some great longtime friends. I enjoy weekend getaway trips to places such as Tahoe, Reno, romantic, beautiful, right? Napa, the wine country, Monterey. Monterey is beautiful too. The Monterey Bay Aquarium and Cannery Row. Or just spending some time indoors watching a movie cuddled up on my couch. I enjoy fitness and work out several times a week to stay healthy and fit. Waking up in the morning and taking a nice jog with the bright sun and beautiful scenery is one of my favorites. Or going to the park. Or going wherever. Hiking trail wherever, right? I enjoy watching and going to sporting events as well as going down to the local recreation center and playing with strangers. I meet lots of people, when I go out there. I love being around people. You folks have no idea. Like a lot of times I don't talk about a lot of things I do, in my personal life. I mean, sometimes I do, but I don't mention everything. I don't feel the need to talk about everything. But I love being around people. It is challenging not knowing how good or bad of a player these strangers are, but it makes it more fun not knowing what to expect. And even more so, I still, will play tennis or something with strangers at the park. We have a tennis court at my park. But I used more so in my younger days, when I used to go more often, like almost every day, there would always be a new group of, kids my age, and we would play tennis, and it would be fun. Sometimes, like it was my brother and I, we'd play doubles with somebody else, and sometimes we'd kick their butts, sometimes they'd kick ours. It was just fun. Those are some of my favorite qualities. I am open to a wide variety of adventures and interests. Open-minded. I am open to a wide variety of adventures and interests. What are your thoughts about that? I'm curious to get the feedback from the court of public opinion. I feel it's a pretty well-written profile. It's pretty direct, right? And what kind of feedback have I gotten? I've gotten, it's been 50-50. I get responses from women saying, wow, your profile is a bit harsh. I respect the fact that you're direct, but your profile is just a bit too harsh for me. It's too harsh. I don't respond, but in my head, I'm like, what do you mean it's too harsh? I know what I want. Are you looking for a guy that knows what he wants, or are you looking for like a beta male loser that you can control? What do you want? All I'm doing is stating that I'm a real man. I know what I want, and I'm putting it out there in black and white because I don't want my time wasted. This is not a game for me. I'm here for a purpose, right? I'm here to find one woman to be with. That's my purpose, right? Okay? Now, about him, never married, no kids. Do I want kids? I'll tell you later. If it's possible, it's possible. If I meet someone that can't have kids or is too old to have kids or whatever, right? Whatever is meant to be, I'm open. Okay? Some college, athletic and fit, 5'10". I am actually 5'10", even though some people out there think I'm not 5'10". I'm 5'10", about 170, 175 pounds. Okay? It's like, some people in the court of public opinion think I'm not 5'10". Okay, well, it doesn't matter what you think. All that matters is what the women that I meet think. Like, do you think if I was not 5'10", that any of these women, like, look, I met Dana on Match.com. Do you think, this is the same profile she saw, do you think that if I put down 5'10", and I showed up at 5'6" or 5'4", that she wouldn't say something? Christian other. I'm Greek Orthodox, but there's no Orthodox for religion. Smoking, no. Social drinker, yes. My favorite places to hang out. I enjoy taking romantic weekend getaway trips to Monterey or North Shore Lake Tahoe. I love driving my 2017 Honda Accord with the sunroof open and having great conversations while enjoying the beautiful scenery. And here are my pictures. I'm going to show you my pictures. Well, let me read the more part first. More, white Caucasian. I was born at Stanford Hospital in Palo Alto, California. I am Greek and enjoy my culture very much, even though I am very Americanized. So I like both. I love American stuff and I love my culture. You know, sometimes when I'm, dating someone, we'll go to a Greek restaurant. Other times we'll go to Italian. We'll go to Mexican. We'll go to American, right? I'm very diverse. I love trying new things. Love trying new things. Most look at me and don't think I'm 5'7" and 355 pounds. Well, I've seen you on video and I don't think you look that either. You carry yourself very well, Mutt, and I'm proud of you. And I know you're working on that too. I'm proud of you. Very proud of you. Christian other. I am Greek Orthodox. When I was younger, I used to go to church regularly as well as Sunday school. When I was younger is the key word. I haven't been to church in a while. I still love God and I love my church, but there are too many politics going on there. And it's like, I don't want to get involved with the political aspect. But when I was younger, I used to go to church regularly as well as Sunday school. And I love my community. Don't get me wrong. I love my Greek community as well as my American community. I like to participate in church activities as much as possible. More so in the past. Very rarely in recent times. Not because I don't want to, because I don't like the political aspect of the church. That's supposed to be God's house, not CNN. Live in Redwood City, California, self-employed entrepreneur, Slum College. I graduated from Sarah High School in 1992. The school is located in San Mateo, California. Barry Bonds and the Giants graduated from Sarah in 1982. He did. I'm liberal, obviously. I'm slight left, so I'm liberal. I like dogs, fish, and horses, but don't have any. Exercise 3 to 4 times per week, more like 5 to 7 times. But, I was a little conservative there, for once. These are my favorite things, and I haven't updated this in a while, but this is what I used to love when I used to watch regular TV. Now I watch YouTube. I enjoy comedy, romance, and action-adventure movies. 2 of my favorite TV shows are Law and Order and repeats of Saved by the Bell. Zach Morris is a character. I enjoy all types of food and going to nice restaurants. Right now I am reading, I've already read this. The Secret is the last book I read. I also watched the movie several times. Highly recommend. The law of attraction is everything. If you believe in it, you will attract the right people into your life and be successful. Now, let me go to my pictures here. You're going to love these. You ready to see my pictures? You ready to see my online dating profile pictures? Let me wait for the chat to say something here. Come on. Are you ready to see them? You can kind of see them there, but I'll open them wide open. Come on now. Gonna wait on you. Oh, we have 29 people here right now. That's great. I'm not even looking at who's here. By the way, folks, once again, to make you aware, tonight at 11 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. Pacific, I'm going to be doing a brief 1-hour stream regarding what President Trump, President Trump's executive order regarding censorship in social media. I'm going to put my spin on it. And you're going to want to check that out. And please come back come back. If you're around, please come back later tonight. I'd love to get your feedback in the chat. And then not tonight, but I'm hoping maybe sometime next week I can get a panel of people, including my moderators or anyone who wants to come on, and we can more so discuss this because they're going to try to make a big deal out of it. And I think it can. I'll say this for now. I think it'll make more damage. I think it will create more damage, which is what I'm trying to say, than fixing issues. I don't really think there are any issues with the way things are on social media. I honestly think, if anything, YouTube needs to get on the ball more so like Facebook and other platforms that handle hate speech and vulgar language much quicker. We have enough hate in this world. We don't need any more hate. And I don't feel that freedom of speech, especially on a social media platform, should cover, hateful, stuff and attacks on other people on the platform. I think that's preposterous. Queen Helen Casey, crack that egg open. That's funny. My bald head. Rhonda Grace Exploring says yes. Muttnuts Review says sure. Okay. Let me see if this opens up properly here. Let me see. Let me click on this. Okay. So what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to move this over a little bit. Give me a second. Do-do-do. Is this going to work? Let me see. Oh. Let me see here. Let me just move this over. All right. It's kind of hard to do this. All right. So there's my first picture. And down below it says most recent photo. As professional photo. I still look pretty much the same. And there's me just standing in a workout outfit. It's a recent photo. And there's me, another, recent photo. I did a little belly shot there. And this one right here, I will tell you. Rhonda Grace, 43 is young. I'm 46 actually. If you're talking about me, I'm 46. I'm 53, young and still kicking for real. That's pretty cool, Rhonda. Yeah, no, you take care of yourself. No, you're taking care of yourself. For 53, you look good, and you take care of yourself. That's fantastic. But I did this belly shot on purpose because I wanted to do something funny and playful, like what women do on social media. Women will like bend over and show a little cleavage, or they'll stick out they'll do the side angle with the butt pictures, right? And for me, I just wanted to give a little belly shot. I'll be honest with you. Yeah, I haven't gotten any negative feedback on it at all. I either get positive feedback or no feedback on this picture. But I've received many compliments from many ladies. They're like, "Oh, yeah, it's a nice shot, pretty funny. You're cracking up, but at least we know you're not fat and you're in shape." Yeah, this picture here is like legendary. It's one of my legendary photos. It's me with my shaved head. I lifted up this shirt, made it kind of tank top style. Here I am. There I am. You like this Greek body? You can have it. All you got to do is get to know me and date me, and it's all yours. It's all yours. And I'm currently accepting applications, so apply within. Shit. Anyway, let's go here. There's my professional insurance photo. There's another picture of me. There's a picture of me at a networking event, back from my networking days, with a bunch of my networking buddies. And there's me on stage with my good friend Randy, where we used to run networking events in the Sacramento area. And it was interesting. If you see the background there, you see that Crave the Spotlight media marketing background. My good friend Victor still runs that company to this day. He used to broadcast. He had his own live streaming server, paid a lot of money for it, still has it to this day, to where he would broadcast our networking events live. This was a monthly networking event, and he would broadcast our events live, and we would give him exposure, and we helped him get a lot of business that way. So yeah, that's that. There we go. So there you have it, folks. There you have it. And what was I going to say? What was I going to say? I lost my train of thought. I'm looking at my profile here, and I'm reminiscing during these times, folks. I'm sorry, I'm having a moment here. You know, some of these pictures, I mean, most of them are recent, but some of them are, 4 or 5 years old. I still look the same. Like, I haven't changed in the way I look in a while. Maybe I look a little bit younger there, but, I've been the same physique and, still the same. Anyway, let's go back to full screen and start wrapping this up. I've had a lot of interesting experiences in online dating. But folks, I've learned to better manage it. I've learned to better manage my time. If you really want to find something real and genuine with online dating, I suggest going back and watching this live stream when it goes to a replay. And maybe write something similar in your own words. Do not be afraid to write what you like and what you don't like, what you want and what you don't want. Look, if you're not honest, even if you attract someone in dishonest ways, it's not going to work out because you're attracting them being someone you're not. And when they find out who you really are, do you think it's going to work anyway? Why not be real, right? You might get fewer responses, but all it's going to take is that one good or that one great response with the right person to change your life. It'll change your life, she'll change your life, and you'll change her life. Together, you'll change each other's lives, and you'll enjoy happiness. But you got to be real to accomplish that. You can't sit there and be afraid to put out what you want and what you don't want. Many people will put, 1 or 2 lines, on a dating profile and maybe 4 or 5 pictures. And it's like, what am I going to get from that? Okay, you're a beautiful chick. You wrote 2 lines. Are you too lazy to write, a profile out? Or are you just not taking this seriously? Or what? Folks, if you really truly want to accomplish something, including online dating, you got to put in the time and the effort, but you also have to minimize wasting your time with people I like to call time wasters. And there are plenty of them. There are plenty of women that have wasted my time in the past. I've learned how to deal with that. And also, there are plenty of guys that are going to waste your time as well, women. It works both ways. So for both men and women, you got to know what you want, and you've got to write it out. You got to write out what you want and what you don't want. And you got to get to the phone as quickly as possible. 1 or 2 messages. Hey, I'm enjoying this conversation, but I'd prefer to have a real conversation. Would you mind sending me your number? And then I can text you to set up a time to talk by phone later tonight or tomorrow when you're free, right? All right. If they're not willing to do that, maybe 1 or 2 more communications. And if they're not willing to exchange numbers after that, then you just let them go. You can ignore them. You can block them. You can say, I'm not interested. However you feel like doing it, that's up to you, right? But I'll tell you, I've gotten a lot of responses, and half of them have been negative, half of them have been positive. It's going to happen. And even the ones that were positive, I will tell you, a lot of those women were not ready. They thought they were ready, but they weren't ready. I didn't find out about that until I got on the phone and asked them a few questions. And you ask them a few questions, or when you ask them a few questions, if they're not open to answering those questions and they feel like you're asking too many questions, then, you know, you got to understand they're probably trying to hide something. They're probably trying to keep something from you that they feel would get you to eliminate them. Well, by you not responding, ma'am, to a simple question I asked, you know, as part of me trying to get to know you, is telling me that there's something wrong about you don't want me to know. So I'm just going to make it easy on you. I'm going to end this call now. Best of luck to you. I'm out. Peace out. Right? You just gotta minimize your time with people until you know they're a good fit. And you gotta try to find out as quickly as possible whether their intentions are pure or not, or whether they're ready for something real or not. Now, one more thing. When you're doing online dating, you never know who's going to respond and who's not. It's a numbers game. You got to respond to a lot of profiles. And then, you know, if you send 100 messages, you might get 5 messages back, and then one may go to the phone, and you might get lucky, and that one that made it to the phone with you may be the one that you meet and it works out, right? So what you don't want to do is spend too much time on one person writing like a 2-paragraph introduction, right? Because number one, you don't know if they're still an active member on the site, right? You don't know that, right? What you want to do is write something simple. I just came across your profile. Sounds like we have similar interests. I would love to get to know you better. If you're interested, please check out my profile and let me know what you think. You can even copy and paste that. I suggest doing that. Do the copy and paste, but don't make it sound like copy and paste, okay? You do that, and then in essence, all you're doing is saying, okay, I'm interested. I'm interested in you. Here's your notification that I'm interested. You got the notification on your phone, on the smartphone app, right? Go check out my profile, and if it resonates with you and you get back to me, we'll go from there. If not, okay, next, right? That's it. Pretty cut and dry. Pretty cut and dry. Okay, folks, I am going to get on out of here. I hope you enjoyed this show. I want to thank everyone for being here. I want to thank all the moderators in the chat. Queen Helen Casey, Mutton Nuts Reviews, Rhonda Grace Exploring, and everyone else that was here. Folks, I will be back at 11 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. Pacific for about an hour. It's only going to be an hour show. And I'm going to be talking about President Donald J. Trump's executive order regarding social media censorship. I'm going to really get into this, and I would love your feedback. So join me then. Until then, it's dinner time. Have a great one, and I'll see you all soon. Bye-bye. Bye. Bye. We're out. Take care, Rhonda Grace Exploring says. Okay.